Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller prospecting, and welcome to the new Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever. And this is episode 61 of me panning, even though not the 61st time I've been on Tuesday. But all right, let's catch up with some chat. Let me open this up. Donna, how are you doing tonight, Donna? Gunnar L, sorry you couldn't be here tonight. We'll pop out the chat. There we go. Thomas Leha, Dizzy's Prospecting, Brian Stevens, Neil Olson. And Neil, ROI Paydirt went out Saturday, but I forgot to email everyone. I'll be emailing them tomorrow or something, but by then everyone will probably have gotten it. Refotris, how's it going? Jeff's Midwest Gold Adventures, going to be a high ROI tonight. I was guaranteed a minimum of 96%, so really good. Jason G, Vendetta Prospecting. Who else we got in here? TM, John R Prospecting, Brian McCloskey, Matthew Natterock, or Nattercatch. Well, I hope you find some good gold tonight, Matthew. KC Sring, Jonathan Friend over at Black Mass Paydirts, B Greeny, Adam Lomas, Wheeze and Geezer TV. Thank you for being here tonight, Wheeze and Geezer. Joe Gordon, Curtis Clancy. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Ken Whalen. I think I got everybody, though. SRIP63. How's everyone doing? It's all right. Let me get everything set up so I can look at my ugly mug and let's make sure you're doing okay. Josh Ortiz, thank you for being here. And I got your text, Josh, and I just totally forgot to respond. I had a super busy day yesterday and today. My house doesn't have an awning over the front door, and it drives me crazy, so I decided to install one. But to do so, I had to take off a whole bunch of trim, take off storm door, and after doing that, I realized I had to repaint everything. And today was the only day it's going to be warm enough for paint to dry. So decided to knock that out today. And hey, Ronnie Davis, how's it going? Anthony Waite, Chris W. Rod Kurt, how's it going? I'm glad you're here too. Gina Whalen, how you doing? JP Wands and more. Brewers Prospecting, OK Prospecting. All right, Larry. Thank you very much. I'll check out. I'm sure you sent it by postal service, and I'll get a notification. Jacob E23. How's everyone doing tonight? So tonight, oh, and make sure before I forget, go to the top of chat. I have a pinned comment. Make sure you go to that. There is a link to a hidden video. Go to that hidden video and leave one comment so you can have a chance to win a bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt with a guaranteed 1/4 gram of gold in it. It's 3 ounces of Indiana Paydirt that I prospected myself. You won't get as good as results as I'm going to get tonight in Wild Bill's high ROI bag with 1.5 grams of gold guaranteed in it. So like I said, I was guaranteed a 96% ROI. His prices went up from my review. On this bag, it went up to $90, but it's a 96% ROI. And last time I looked, it was at 92, but I don't think he has any bags for sale currently, the 1.5 grams. So hopefully soon. And Donna, thank you very much. I was in the middle of my spiel and I didn't want to stop, but thank you very much, Donna. I seriously appreciate that. Right. Yeah, Flower Gold Wizards Paydirt is nasty stuff. So it's definitely some tough Paydirt. It's not the toughest I've ever done, but it is definitely some tough Paydirt. Jonathan Friend. 1 bag left. First come, first serve. He's got 1 bag left. I keep cutting in and out. Hopefully it's just you. Nobody else is complaining. So just refresh your screen. That usually works a lot. And it's all done. So I managed to do the entire door, painted all the trim and everything, went and got a new color for it, painted the door, repainted the door, touched everything up from all, it's an old house from the 50s, so everything was cracked and stuff like that. Put an awning up. It looks good. Mailman's going to hate it because I have no numbers on my house and I have no mailbox anymore. So that's the job for tomorrow, I guess. But I got to put a new mailbox pole in and concrete it down. So hopefully the weather plays nice. Otherwise, he's going to hate me for a while. Oh, sorry to hear that, Josh. Really sorry to hear that. No, I did not see Gold Bay's price hike notice. Luckily for me, though, I just got a bag in of Gold Bay, so I probably won't be buying another bag from them for a little bit. So hopefully they'll have another price decrease before I do. But I'll have to go look at that. I'll have to look at their website. I didn't see that. Ugh. And yes, that last Paydirt was really good from, William Noel 86 on eBay. That was an awesome bag. I don't know how long he's going to be doing it like that, but, I don't know. The awning was actually not too bad. It was funny. I read all the reviews. It's like a plastic awning kind of thing. And I had got it off Amazon, and all the reviews were like, you need like 4 people to install it. But I think it was because most people were putting it together while they were installing it. I just put the whole thing together and just lifted it up, marked 2 holes, drilled them. Once you get 1 screw in, it was pretty easy. So that was actually, it only took me 15 minutes to actually put the awning in. It was just all the patchwork and removing trim so it would fit, and painting was the pain. It was an email? All right. Well, I didn't get an email. Probably because I always unsubscribe from email lists, but if you want to forward it to me, Vendetta, I'd love to see it and see what the reason is and stuff like that. "100% the toughest you've done." Don't order, Washington Beach Mining. WashingtonBeachMining.com. They have the hardest Paydirt to go through. Without it having added tungsten or anything else, I think they have the hardest Paydirt. So, $33? Ugh. That's outrageous. Hey, Vendetta, just if you forward me the link, I'll send you a link to the awning I got. I mean, it was cheap too. It was like $70. It's probably not the prettiest awning in the world, but I like it. So, and it was easy. It is a pain in the butt having to lift it up, but and mark the holes. But it wasn't too bad. But yeah, just email me with forward me the Gold Bay thing, and I'll email you a link to it. The exotic sands. It's been a while since I reviewed their exotic sands. I don't remember it being super difficult. It was mostly just because there wasn't very much of it. I know you did their 1 gram bag and their smaller bag, and I only did their smaller bag, and it was tough. But I think it was very little material. Makes it a little bit easier. With the Washington Beach Mining, they actually, a lot of their gold is -100, -200, and it's a pound of material. So you got to seriously work that stuff. It's probably one of the horrible ROIs. I think their ROI is like 33 to 40%, 30 to 40%. And I still buy it whenever it comes in stock. I buy a couple bags just because I love panning it. So. TM. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I like all Paydirt. Myself, I like all of them. If I can get easy Paydirt that's got chunky gold in it, I'll take that. If I get fine gold. The only reason I like the fine gold bags is just because if I'm having a bad day and I just want to come down here and pan for 4 hours, I can pan for 4 hours with a really tough bag. You get, one of these chunky bags. 15 minutes later, you're like, oh man, now what am I going to do? Yeah, it's a pound. Washington Beach mining is a pound a minute. And I think it's only like $39. It's a pretty cheap bag. Maybe 29. It's a pretty cheap bag. There's not much gold in there. And you seriously got to work to get it all. Hey, Thomas907, how's it going? Jose Figueroa, how's it going? In case I missed anyone else. Richard B. I know I'm doing a lot of talking tonight. But I'm super excited. 1.5 grams tonight. Ken Carbon, how's it going? And Ken, check your Patreon. I sent you a message on Patreon. So, and me too. I love any size gold. If I was going to be saving gold, I'd prefer chunkier gold than fine gold. All right, thanks, Vendetta. I'll have to look at it after this show. Oh, good, Thomas907. I thought you were saying something about one of my bags of paydirt. I was like, oh no. That's Jonathan Friend. That's his problem. Hey, Mo Coop, how's it going? Stephen LeBlanc. Yes, we switched to Tuesdays just because of my new schedule with my kids. I'm pretty much always have my kids on Thursdays now. And I really, I could have still kept doing the shows, but it just, you have that thing in your head for 2 hours. My kids are upstairs. I could be hanging out with them watching a movie, or I could be hanging out with y'all. And I love all y'all. I love doing the show, but Tuesdays means my kids are with somebody else. So, hey, Package Total. No worries, Package Total. I know how's it going. Amethyst, how's it going? Long time no see since yesterday. I understand, Josh. No worries at all. I totally understand. Here, let me check and make sure the hidden video is working with comments before I forget. Yes, it is. Okay, that's good. You're doing good. So I think we're going to get to it. I think we're going to start panning in like 2 minutes. Sounds good to everyone? Oh, and before I do... Yeah, that really surprised me that it was that much over 1.5. I mean, it was a great deal. At 1.5, it would have been 100% ROI. And I figured it was going to be like 1.505 or something like that. A lot of guaranteed bags, you get that 0.05 over. And I would have been happy with that. I mean, the person who sent it to me, I sent them back the gold. I made them a bag of paydirt and sent it back to them because, they were generous enough to send it to me. I figured they should keep the gold. So I sent them back the gold. But I was really, really surprised to see 1.7. And the best is that it's an eBay seller. So he was taking a 10% hit on it. So, and shipping. So it was pretty good. I'll be happy if I just get 1.5 out of this bag and get a 96% ROI. So, but I will put the results. I know I've been kind of lacking in putting up the results for these Tuesday night shows. I've just been, like I said, it's taken me a little while to get used to these new schedule I'm on. So, in fact, I actually even totally forgot about today's show, and I just so happened to take a break from painting, waiting for some paint to dry, and sat at my computer, and I was checking my to-do list, and it's like, oh, I still have it written down as Thursday's show, and then I realized, oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. I'm supposed to do a show tonight. Thank you, Stephen Blanc. Yeah, it's just, the old schedule, I picked them up on Thursdays at 9, so, I had time to do a show and go pick them up. But now the new schedule, I have them every day on Thursday, so either from 7 and up, so... I was just essentially picking them up, then coming in the studio to do a live show, and then putting them to bed. And I was like, so. After watching Tuto's one man, so that's it. Yeah, everyone that was lucky enough to get one from, I mean, he had a whole bunch because he originally put up 10. I think it was 10. It might have been 5 of the first ones that were $85. I think it was 10 though. Then he put 10 more up at 90. And then I believe he put up 10 more at 92 or 95 or something like that, which was still, I think it was a 91% ROI or 92%. So hopefully he has more. Hey, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting, how's it going? About to save 10% on eBay fees? Oh, hopefully. eBay fees are horrible. Oh, top seller? Yeah, when I used to sell on eBay, that was the downfall. I was a power seller for years and just, I would make money and you just, especially in the old system, I mean, this new system, they kind of take the money straight out. So it's not so, it's probably a little bit easier. But yeah, at the end of the month, I'd be like, oh man, I made all this money and I'd spend it. And because I was constantly flipping stuff and buying more stuff. And then I would realize I owed eBay, like $1,200. And I'd be like, oh, I guess I got to discount something and sell it so I can pay eBay. Yeah, I highly suggest anyone, if you sell Paydirt and you're on eBay, build a website. You can get a website built really cheap. You can use PayPal pay buttons, and PayPal has a function in there. It's really hard to find, but they have a function in there where you can make buttons with an inventory. So if you have 10 bags, you can make a button with 10 bags. And once those 10 bags are sold, the buy it now button won't work. It'll redirect you to a new page. It'll say, sorry, this bag is sold out. And you can go get hosting for $2.99 a month. So for $3 a month. And then what you do is on eBay, you put it on every picture, or go to, Dizzies.com and save 10% or save 5%, then you're making 5%. And then once you start getting enough business on your website, you can get rid of eBay. I mean, eBay is great for the fact that it brings so many faces, so many clicks and so many people, but those fees are horrible. And Clifford. Yeah, it was, if you think about it, I don't want to say that every bag of his was going to have 1.7, but on that bag, even at the 1.5, what was it? It was like a 10.1 or something like that in the minus 40. So even if you missed the minus 40, it was such a good deal, my bag that I'm doing tonight is 96% ROI. So if I miss all the minus 40, what's it going to be? 92, 93% ROI? That's a great deal. Well, that's awesome, B. Greeny. Hey, Joey Brown. It moved last week. I did the Patreon show last Tuesday, and I did it this Tuesday. I did make an announcement on the community tab. I should probably make another one. I'll actually write myself a note to make another announcement. Oh no, I'm dropping everything. Just for the people that don't, I'll have to keep posting them. It's just a lot of people don't see the community tab, like they don't get notifications for that, and it's really hard for people to find. So, hey, HD Shovelhead, thank you for being here tonight and being a mod. And let me pick up this Paydirt. Which reminds me, if you enter the giveaway tonight, you can win a bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt. This is bag number 7, or bag number 8. Bag number 8. So we're going to do 12 bags. And out of those 12 bags, all of them have a 1/4 gram of gold in them, and one of them has a 1/4 gram picker. Nobody's told me they've found the picker yet, so it might still be in there, or someone might just be holding out telling me. So, yeah, too much traffic on eBay too, especially for something like Paydirt, Yeah, the notifications on eBay are, I mean, on YouTube are horrible. So I'll have to start making more announcements on the community tab. But yeah, we've moved to Tuesdays permanently at 7. You know, it wasn't the best situation, but, you know, it'll work. It'll work. My ugly mug is ugly every day of the week, so. Hey, again, Gunner, thanks for popping in again. Now get back to work. Yeah. But one little tip for anyone that ever goes browsing eBay. If you're browsing eBay for gold Paydirt and you see the word guaranteed spelled wrong, don't buy their Paydirt. I've noticed most of the bad bags of Paydirt on eBay, they spell the word guaranteed wrong. In fact, most of them have really bad spelling in most of their posts. They use pictures, they'll spell pictures wrong, and they spell guaranteed wrong. And that's a huge red flag for me. Now, I'm one of the worst spellers too, but when you misspell the word guaranteed, then it kind of negates the guarantee. PB Preston, thank you for joining the show. I agree. You know, like I said, I didn't rush out to buy some. A whole bunch of my Patreon members emailed me and told me, oh, look, this new seller has got this, 1.5 grams at $85. And most sellers are selling 1 gram bags for $85. And I could have probably, called a secret shopper up and had them put it on one of my credit cards. But I was like, I'll look into it at the end of the month to be still selling. But then someone offered to send me the bag they ordered. So I was like, okay, I'll take the bag. I'll send you back the gold. And then I was like, well, I might as well order a bag. And that was, I guess, like 2 weeks later. And that's when the price had jumped up a little bit. That's awesome, Joey. I would never buy gold off of eBay. I think it's too risky, personally. But hey, Gemstone Judy, thank you for joining the show. Proofread. I mean, I use spell check on everything I do, and I still misspell everything. I use that Grammarly app like crazy. But guaranteed, it's the one word. And I mean, it's in so many titles. If you look on eBay and you just scroll through, anyone that says the word guaranteed, probably 75% of them are misspelled on eBay. It's just crazy. Hey, Bob's Pistols and Paydirt, how you doing? All right, let's go shrink the ugly mug. Get the pan, get it to start working, and get out this 1.5 grams of gold. I am going to classify this down because so much of it was in the plus 10 before. That was, gravel and minerals and gems, so. All right. There we go. There's the pan. All right, bye-bye, ugly mug. Let's set this all up. And start doing some panning. Now you're checking yours. I don't know if yours was misspelled or not. To me, it's just a red flag just because they can technically say, well, I didn't say guaranteed, I said guaranteed or something, however they're misspelling it. I'd love to take them. Send them my way, Chris. And I very seldom use a magnet. The only time I will use a magnet is maybe like once I've cleaned up 99.9% of it and there's just like, a couple little pieces of, black sand left. I'll just check it and see if they're magnetized just to speed it up a little. So, all right. You're good? All right. Well, usually if it's a good seller, like if it's somebody I like and I think they're doing a good job and selling good, I'll send them notes and tell them, oh, you have this misspelled or this is wrong or something like that. I mean, when Tom's Gold Paydirt was out and he was selling on his website, I used to send him notes all the time when he would misspell. And sometimes I do it even if it's a seller I don't know. If I see something like glaringly wrong, like they'll say in the title it's 1.5 grams, but then they cut and paste it somewhere else, and somewhere in the description it'll say 1 gram. I'll tell them one of them's a mistake and they should fix it. Magnets are awesome. And yes, words are hard. I went to New Orleans public schools, so you know I'm horrible at spelling. All right. So there you go. The Wild Bill is 1.5 plus. It says plus, so let's hope there's a plus in there. But I can take a plus. I'm still reeling from that disastrous September, so. And it is double bagged, this one too, so it's good. Since this was I guess his second batch that he made, at least he was still keeping up the quality. Yeah, email me. Everyone can email me. I like getting emails. There we go. And we're going to dump it out in the side pan. Oh, I need to turn off that other light. Ah, there you go. Yeah. More polished stones, bigger stuff. I like the bigger stuff. This stuff is cool. The polished stones, not so much. But he does say in his description it's from sellers he's purchased from before. So it makes me wonder if like all the like fish tank gravel stuff was from Music Man. And I did just see a nice piece of gold. But, you know, as soon as you touch the dirt, it decides to disappear. So, all right, I'm going to classify this down real quick. Doesn't look like too much plus 10. In fact, I'm not even going to classify it. We're just going to pull them out. That's a nice... It's a nice piece of turquoise. Some of this stuff will go in my son's collection. Most won't, but, you know, like that turquoise will. He doesn't have very much turquoise. Gotten a little bit from Lynch and Gizmos, and that's about it. Only in the Gizmos XL, really. I think that was all the bigger stuff. There we go. Yes, AC Snyder. How's it going, AC? Yes, we've moved the Thursday to the Tuesday. There you go. A little piece of gold. It's always good when you're just digging in the dirt and you can find gold. There we go. Got out all the bigger stuff. We can pan out the rest of this. But yes, moved the show to Tuesdays. It's going to take me a while to get used to it myself, so I'm sure it'll take everyone else a while to get used to. And it's going to take me longer to remember that I had to go through like all my folders and rename them and everything to Tuesday because I was so used to saying Thursday. Short a pan. So I have a question for everyone. It was something I was debating the other day when I was working on my Paydirt list for future reviews. And there's a seller I want to review, a new seller, and they have 1 gram bags and 3 gram bags. And I was going to buy one of each, but which one should I do for the review and which one should I do the live show? I was thinking about reviewing the 1 gram bag just because it's the one most people would buy, I think. And then just pan out the 3 gram for a live show review on Tuesday. But do y'all think I should do it the other way and review the 3 gram and then pan out the 1 gram? So I'll let y'all answer me. Hello, Gemstone Judy. So there we go. First off the bat, some nice flakes. Not really, I mean, it would be a picker. Yeah, it's a picker. It's hard to pick up just because they're so skinny. This one is a little easier because it's bent. But not too bad. First pan, some nice little pickers. One, then 3. I mean, that's the way I figured it. Get 3 gram for the live. That's what I kind of figured, just because most 1 grams are like $80 to $90, and that's what most people can afford. You know, if they're buying a bag of Paydirt. Not as many people are going to buy the 3 gram bag, so. And I figure I can always review the 3 gram again later. Or compete it against another 3 gram bag. You know, do a battle with it later on against somebody else. This one doesn't have as much, haven't seen any aquarium gravel in here, this one yet. Which is good, because it's one thing I didn't like about the other bag, but at least he does say it, you know. You know, I'm not a huge fan of gems and minerals too much, especially like the polished stuff. But he puts it in the description, so it's okay. Piece of gold trying to get away. So there we go. This one's some nice chunky gold. I'm glad I didn't screen it down. There would have been a lot of this in the plus 10. You had a lot of small stuff from your bag. There's a lot of small stuff in here too. I mean, there is, but this one seems to be a mix of either minus 40 so far, or at least minus 20, minus 30 maybe, and plus 10. No, I haven't watched the 180. I saw it, and the reason I haven't watched it is because Chicken Miner's out of Paydirt. So he must have been holding on to that Paydirt for a while, because they've been out for a while. Because I check Chicken Miner all the time. That's one of the companies I check a lot, because I'm a huge fan of Chicken Miner. So, hey, Shaw's Prospecting. I pan every Tuesday or Thursday. Now it's Tuesday. I used to pan every Thursday. Yeah, I know most people buy 1 gram bags. That's why I've generally, most of my reviews are 1 gram bags. I was just contemplating, and I figured I was doing a live show, I might as well ask. He might still sell it. I don't know. I looked at him, I guess it was yesterday I looked. And actually, when I was shooting the video, he had nothing up for sale. Because I shot it, I guess, 2 days before, and he had nothing up for sale. And then, when I looked at the day of the review, They had put, I guess there was 2 different bags up, but the higher ROI bag has no guaranteed gold in it. So it is always suspicious, but I would probably give it a try because I think it was $38. Because I'm guessing he doesn't want to all of a sudden get a whole bunch of negative feedback. Chicken Miner's bag was a custom email bag for him. Oh. Well, see, I can't do that. I like Music Man too. I just don't like his Paydirt. I think he did add in his description though that you can ask to have the gems removed or the aquarium gravel removed, which was good. Because that was my only complaint is I didn't know it was going to be in the bag. No, 7 o'clock. I think it was 6 o'clock just for that one day. That was just the one day. But we're back to the original time, but on a new day now. So, 7 o'clock Tuesdays now. Hopefully for a very long time. I mean, I managed to go 60 shows all on Thursday. So if I can go another 60 shows on Tuesday, I'll be happy. Thank you, Gary Shelton. I like him too. No worries, Ken. Just want to make sure you get that sorted out. And it's weird because Patreon didn't even show me if I do a normal look, it doesn't show that. It was only when I search by your name that it shows that, which is weird. And I don't know why I was looking up your name, but I was and saw that and I was like, oh. And hey, Jessica, hopefully everything's doing good. Christmas tree is blinking away. Thank you very much, Vendetta Prospecting. Thank you very much. Nah, no Taco Tuesday for me. We had tacos yesterday. Because on Mondays, I give my kids up at 7. So we have to have an early dinner. And I know tacos is something any kid in the world will eat fast. So Mondays, we always do tacos. We do Taco Mondays. Same way. It drives me crazy on Thursdays. In the morning, I'm still all amped up and thinking I have to come down here and prep the studio and stuff like that. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. Like I said, today yesterday I was making all my plans for today. I was like, I'm going to do this and this. I've got nothing to do all day Tuesday. I can do whatever I want. And then halfway through the day, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to make, thumbnails and this. Because I have a show tonight. More gold. And one little piece that wants to escape. So he's going to be a pain later on. I know that already. He's a little roller. Thank you very much. I think it's Taco Tuesday for everybody. Be Greeny, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Shiny but not gold, a nice little piece of peacock ore. I don't think my son has any peacock ore. That's a tiny little piece, but it'll give me something to make a label for. Outback wings. I used to love wings when they were cheap. When you used to be able to get wings for like 25 cents each and 50 cents at a bar, man, I would spend $20 on wings. But now you go and they're like $20 for 5 wings. You're like, yeah, okay. Hey, Gary Lilly. Hold on, let me see what your message. I agree. But if you're spending $100 to go play golf, you know, what do you get out of it at the end? You go play golf for the day. You know, you paid your fees, you rented the cart, you know. If you go to the movies with your kids, you know, a wife and 2 kids in a movie, popcorn and snacks and all that, easily run you almost $80. And at the end of it, you get nothing. So, I mean, like my fellow YouTuber Clash always says, if it doesn't have a guarantee, don't buy it. But, I mean, there's some sellers I would definitely buy from without a guarantee. There's not many, though. All right, I'm going to get this bad boy out of here. Yeah, I don't play golf, so driving range is about it for golf for me. I can't invest in golf clubs and stuff like that, but I'll go to the driving range with my son because he really likes golf. But my back couldn't last going out, you know. I can go to the driving range and hit a couple, then watch him hit, and then think about hitting, let him hit some more. Oh, I agree. But that's what I was saying. For $80, you know, my thing is I don't mind spending like my own personal money. I don't, you know, when I do reviews, sometimes I go overboard and spend too much money on Paydirt and it ends up being a bust. Like the Randall Glenn. I mean, what was that? Like $150 bust, no gold. But I don't mind spending if I got like, if you see a bag, no guarantee or anything like that, and it's like $30, that's worth a gamble. You might end up finding a new good seller. But $80, $100, I would never, if I didn't know the seller, didn't see any reviews on them. It's pretty good gold so far. But luckily, I have so many reviews out, I've pretty much reviewed most people, so. Not every bag they sell. Some more peacock ore. Trying to fool me thinking there's a big piece of gold, even though there is a big piece of gold right next to it. So the peacock ore versus gold. Don't know how well y'all can see that. Unless Jackie Scott's watching on his big screen TV. Any bag of dirt with golf in it. They should do that, like on the 9th hole, right after the 9th hole, set up a panning station so you can have some beer pan after you've played 9 rounds. £50 bag. Yeah, there's a lot of bad sellers on eBay. It's one of the reasons why I always suggest to any good sellers to open a website. Because if you're a good seller, you'll build up a following that will keep you in business. You know, if you get repeat customers on eBay, that's when you tell them, hey, you should go to my website, save 5 or 10%, whatever it is. You know, even if the price is exact same, you tell them they'll get more gold if they buy it off your website. But there's just so many bad sellers, it turns people off on eBay unless you're selling a guaranteed bag. You know, I know a lot of sellers that are good sellers, they'll have bags that, you know, have no guarantee, but then they're competing against gold and Paydirt and they're no guarantee. Hey, John R. Prospecting. It depends. I'm sure I'll review it. I won't accept a bag. Once you start selling, just let me know. And then eventually I'll have a secret shopper buy some. You know, I'll have to wait, of course, so you don't know it's me. All right, I'm going to take out this little piece of peacock ore. So I stopped thinking it's gold. But this one had a nice little picker in there. Not a nugget. Probably, I'm going to guess it's almost probably 0.2 to quarter gram right there. Plus shipping. Well, we'll save a little bit. There's another little picker. Well, this bag seems to be all big gold and little gold. Nothing in between. I told my son I was going to, when he first got into golf, I was going to build him a putt-putt golf range, kind of, but for like real golf. But that's when I was married, and we had a really big yard, you know. My yard's just not big enough. I might build him a putting range one day. Yeah, make sure you have a good description. Otherwise, I'm going to tear you apart on that like I do everybody. Even though I think a lot of people think it's I don't want to say a lame way to deduct points from a seller. It's mostly, a lot of the reasons I do it is because it's in the seller's benefit. Because if I was browsing eBay and I saw a bag that said 1 gram and that's it, and then another seller had a paragraph about where their gram bag came from, how difficult it was, all the gold would be super chunky or super fine, I'd buy that seller's. Even if they're the exact same price, I would always buy the one that had the more information, because the more you know, the more you grow. There you go. More pickers and more fine gold. This is definitely a fun bag. You know. Much different than the other bag I got. The other one had pretty equal amounts in gold in all of them. This one just looks either chunky or fine. He mixed up a chunky bag and a fine gold bag. Keeping the grass up on it. I was actually going to dig up part of my yard and put in AstroTurf. So I wouldn't have to worry about the grass part. It'd just be AstroTurf down there. Build a little weed fence around it so I wouldn't have to worry about grass or weeds trying to grow over it. Everyone's got a different pickers and nuggets. It depends on what you do. You know, if you're a gold miner that's finding, 1 ounce nuggets every single day, anything smaller than that is a picker, But if all you do is mining on Washington Beach, then anything you can see with the naked eye is pretty much a picker. Hey, this one's going to be a pain to pan with so much chunky stuff once I get it in the finishing pan. Well, good luck, John R. We can always use more good paydirt sellers. So if you're going to be a good paydirt seller, hopefully it goes well. But yeah, just let me know and I'll add you to my list. I always have a list of sellers I need to review. And sometimes if it's somebody I think is going to be good for the community or good bags, I'll jump them up on the list. For like Wild Bills, I really jumped him up because he only started selling like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So I really jumped him up on the list. And it was just waiting for it to come in, then shooting the video. I really like B. Greeny's Paydirt. I was actually looking at his Western bag on eBay the other day. Didn't buy it, but I was looking at it. A few different pans. Yeah, I have a huge pan collection. I have way too many pans. I was looking the other day. I know I used to have another tote with a whole bunch of other bizarre pans, and I could not find it. Which makes me think I lost it somewhere in one of my moves, which would really suck. And I still need to fire up my metal pan so I can start using it. All right, John. Yeah, feel free to email me. I'm always more than happy to give my advice. I always tell people they don't have to take it, though, but, you know, I'm always more than willing to give out my thoughts. You have 3 bags waiting? Whew. You need to get some good bags. Is the hit you took on those Mike's Paydirt. Ugh. I will say I did one time. I didn't review it because, and I'll tell you why in a second. Once I ordered, I think it was his like $100 bag on Amazon. It was one of his more expensive bags. And the thing came totally busted. I mean, there was dirt everywhere. I mean, as soon as I went to my porch, there was dirt just sitting underneath it. So I took pictures of it, sent it to Amazon. And Amazon was like, oh, do you want a refund or send a new bag? I was like, send a new bag. And they sent a new bag. And I just panned out both of them. And I think, only got like a 80% ROI on both bags total. But it was a lot of panning. So I think because they were 5-pound bags. Hey, Howard Holland. Vendetta is a really good seller. He's got some good Paydirt. I reviewed it a few times. He beat Lynch Mining in his battle. I'm so happy this bag didn't have any of the aquarium gravel. It's got some nice gold in it too. Ugh. I actually talked to the owner of Mike's a couple times. What's his Countless Books and something on Amazon is what his seller's name is. He also has another company. He sells Paydirt, and he actually has a website for his other Paydirt. If you email me and remind me, Vendetta, I can look up his website that he has. Pretty sure I still have it bookmarked. Where he sells another Paydirt, a California Paydirt. Little piece of silver. A little bitty piece of silver. I'll put that to the side. Won't put that in ROI. But yeah, Mike's, he also has, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of his website or his other bag of Paydirt he sells. It was California. I think I reviewed it. But like I said, I talked to him a couple times, and after I reviewed him a couple times, he started emailing me, telling me, all the fees that they take, and that's why he couldn't have it, and, I should give him a better review. I told him, well, I don't take that into consideration. Everybody has fees. My reviews are for the buyer, not for the seller. Hey, Bob can see. How's it going? Now, if you buy a bag of it and you get a horrible review, Vendetta, you can't blame me, though. If I find it, if he's still in business, if he's still selling under that, I'll also link you to my review of it so you can see my ROI before you do. All right, let's get rid of some of these chunky rocks. Oh, that one wants to come down too. No, I haven't seen it. I'm kind of behind on my YouTube viewing. The thing that sucks about YouTube is it's so hard to keep up. You know, like, I don't know how many people I'm subscribed to, like 100. But smaller channels, most of the people I'm subscribed to are smaller channels, and smaller channels tend to put out more videos than big subscribers. You know? You know, like a couple of bigger channels I'm subscribed to have nothing to do with gold Paydirt, like a guy, what's his name, Colin something, that makes all kinds of crazy inventions in England. But he only puts out, you know, once every 2 weeks or once a month a video. But with us smaller channels under 10,000, it's once a week. So every day I go, oh, what new videos I have? And it's like 40 new videos to watch. And I'm like, oh. I know that's a lot of gold. I haven't even done the final reveal yet. Trying to be gentle so I don't disturb all the bigger pieces. All right, Mo Coop, you have a nice night, Mo Coop. And again, if I miss anybody in chat or saying anything, you can just keep reposting it. Kind of spam, but don't spam. Oh, another piece of silver, but silver shot. That will just go in my silver shot jar that has very little silver in it. And I'm trying to reveal the whole smile, just being difficult because of all the chunky stuff. Another little piece of silver. It's actually got a couple of little bitty pieces. That's a really tiny piece of silver. I'll leave that. I'll go get that tomorrow. 1.859. I don't think it's going to be that much. I don't know. Hey, Sean Preston. Yeah, it was, to be honest, when I first, people were telling me about this, I was like, this is too good to be true. I mean, he didn't make it sound unbelievable because he did say he was just selling off essentially what he had panned out. And he probably got, to be honest, he probably got more money out of this than he would have if he would have sold it to someone like Clash or one of these other buyers, that pay 80%. He probably made 2 or 3, maybe up to 5% difference. And you get a little bit of fun out of it making the Paydirt. So there is some fly poop. See, everything on the right is fly poop. Everything on the left is bigger stuff. I might actually classify this gold down tomorrow just to see when I post up the results how much of it's in what classification. Because this definitely is a heavy bag of plus 10. Stephen LeBlanc, yeah. And the worst thing about it is if you miss a day, generally on Saturday and Sunday, if I have my kids, I don't even turn on my computer. So when I get back on Monday, that's generally the day I do the final editing of my videos, adding music and stuff, double checking everything that I didn't mess up too much, and then working on the thumbnail. Because a lot of times the thumbnail I originally make, I realize I don't like it. So I'll look and see, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many to watch. I'm so far behind. Hey, Simpsy. I got a new court order for my visitation. We changed our visitation days, so I don't get the same 3 days. Now we have a weird rotating schedule. But with this new rotating schedule, I always had the kids on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. So, but I never have the kids on Tuesday. So this way it just makes it, I don't have kids just sitting around doing nothing while I'm down here having fun. 1.68. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's going to be under 1.7. What did I get for the last bag? Oh, I pulled my notes. It was 1.7 something. So I'm guessing, I don't know. He raised his prices, so it's kind of weird. Did he raise his price and add less gold? Or did he raise his price and keep the gold amounts the same? So, all right. Still a little bit black sands there. It's hard to get it. The chunky stuff's blocking the water. All right, I think I got it now. It's definitely got some nice pieces in there. So there we go. That's as good I'm going to be able to get it, I think. But there's definitely some chunkies in there. Yeah. Be curious to weigh it up. I got nothing else to do tonight, so I might clean it up later tonight and try and post the results later tonight after I eat. Hey, poop in pains. The reason I wear gloves is because I have psoriasis, and I get psoriasis on my hands. So I don't always get it, but I do get it generally winter, summer, in the change of seasons. And I actually get it bad enough where I get cuts in my hand that I have to sometimes super glue closed. And you don't know where this dirt came from. So once you put it in the water, if it's got mercury in it, if it's a cat's been digging in it and burying his secret treasures next to the gold, I don't want that going in the cuts in my hands. And I didn't want to just wear gloves on the days where my hands were bad, so I just kind of made it a habit and started wearing gloves. So that's the reason. So there we go. All right, y'all. That means ugly mug time. Let me move back to my spot and make y'all look at my ugly mug. I've had psoriasis since it's the main reason I have so much problems with my joints is because I got psoriasis when I was 16. And usually you don't get it until you're like 20s. And I got mine early, but then I also got psoriatic arthritis. And I got that in my 20s as well. I was double blessed in my 20s. No, I gotta go turn on the other lights. Give me a second. There we go. Well, thank you, Vendetta. Hey, Shaw's Prospecting. Well, I've been on methotrexate for the last 3 years, 4 years, and it's done wonders. Unfortunately, here, ugly mug time. Let me get that there. Shrink down. Pan and cam. Yep. Wrong screen, wrong place. There we go. Oh. All right. There we go. So yeah, I've been on methotrexate for, I guess, 4 years now. And so far, hasn't rotted out my liver yet, and it's done pretty good for the psoriasis. It's too late for, unfortunately, for all my joints that, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We all got something broken. So I need to find some gauze. I know people have been running some good gauze. I've been seeing some really good gauze out there. So, I haven't entered any of them, but I've been seeing some good ones. Yeah, mercury will generally just go on the outside of gold and coat it. So, but it's mostly not even if it's going to be in there. It's the same thing as, unfortunately, when I cook my gold, and I probably, don't take enough precautions when I'm drying out my gold, if there is any mercury on it. But it's mostly for the foreign things that might be in the dirt. Mercury, I'm not too worried about, because mercury is only bad if you inhale it. You can touch it, you can put it in your mouth. Mercury won't hurt you really unless you swallow it or breathe it in. So, but it's mostly the other things. Like I said, cat poop, decaying bodies. Most of this stuff comes out of streams, and you don't know what's in the streams. Chronic dry. Yeah, when I used to bartend, I had always had like 3 or 4 different types of lotions in my pocket all times, because if your hands start looking gnarly, and depending on which bar I worked at, if I was at a nightclub, it wouldn't matter. It was pitch black with neon lights and nobody could see anything. But if I was in a restaurant bar, you don't want to hand someone a drink and have gnarly looking hands. So I'd always be rubbing some type of cream on my hands. Hey, LXR, how's it going? Roger Lane, how's it going? Anyone else? Chris V, anyone else I missed that popped into chat that I missed? AZ Digger. I missed the part about something floats, but I missed a lot. Yeah, decaying bodies, cat poop, deer poop, bear poop. Any type of poop that might be in the pay dirt. That's it. It essentially, it's for fine gold. Mercury was mostly used for fine gold, so. I know some places they still use mercury. They still use mercury in third world countries a lot. So. Well, just remember next week, Chris V. I'll be here Tuesday next week too. Yeah, I've got a review for Dizzy's coming out next Monday. So I've got Dizzy's coming up. I think everything for the rest of this month is all going to be eBay sellers. So I did this one. I have Dizzy's coming up. I have Digs a Lot coming up in 2 weeks. And then I have another eBay seller coming up for the last review for the month. So rest of this month is eBay sellers. And what looks like to be all good eBay sellers too, which is good. So thank you, Billy Bob. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. No. Nice little bit in there. I'm definitely going to. I really want to know how much is in that pan. So I'm definitely going to rework that after the show and post later on tonight on the community tab and on Patreon. And even if you're not a Patreon member, when I post these final results, they're to the public. So all you have to do is go to patreon.com /Miller Prospecting. and I'll show the results. So you can just look at the results and ignore all the other ones that say that are hidden for Patreon members. No worries, Shaw. No worries. Better camera editing skills. Yeah, the editing is what gets me. The editing is one of the harder parts. The camera, I just use, I mean, I'm indoors, so I just use webcams. A Logitech webcam, $80. Yeah, 9 Fingers. I don't want to say it because last time I said I wanted a bag from 9 Fingers, everyone said, "Oh, I got a bag, I got a bag, I got a bag," and they bummed me all out because I don't have a bag. But it's one of those things too where I pre-plan. I've got all of my reviews are planned out for December, January, and February right now. So if I did get some 9 Fingers, I'd have to figure out who I'm going to move and put it in there. So it's one of those things where, but I do want a bag. 9 Fingers is on my list. Yep. Well, it's like I said, it's a bunch of reasons. I wear the gloves because it protects my hands, so I don't get some nasty infection in my hands, and then they have to chop off a finger, and I don't want to be this other person on YouTube, 9 Finger, or 8 Fingers, then 7, then 6, then 5, and stuff like that. And especially since it would probably happen in my panning hand, so I didn't want to have that issue, pop up. And then the other reason is because I am on methotrexate, I have no real immune system, so it's more than likely I would get sick. So I would end up getting infections and things like that. So, hey, Wanda Sutherland, how's it going? If I wasn't on methotrexate, it'd probably be like, maybe I won't wear gloves. But when you got no immune system because one drug kills your immune system, and then, Hey, Gary. Oh, 3 from Dan Hurd. I did a battle with him in Clash was the last review I did. I got a bag of his and a bag of Clash's. And Clash stomped him. So, I mean, again, it's one of those weird ones, It's a really hard fine line when you have a YouTuber who sells Paydirt to sponsor their channel. There's the ones that sell a bag every once in a while to support their channel, and I don't mind those. I kind of always want to give them a bonus to their review, and I try to usually say something nice about them, even if their ROI is low. But when you have a website that constantly sells Paydirt, you're no longer supporting your channel. You're a Paydirt seller. So I don't think Dan Hurd has the best. I mean, I will say after my last battle with him, he left a ton of comments in there. And he did change his description where he now states how much gold you should expect to find. So I do appreciate that. He did update some. And yes, I want a healthy Dylan too. I like being healthy because I can't afford to pay my doctors as it is. So I saw Dan Hurd's, but I saw his $25 bags, and I was actually going to buy 1 or 2 of them for the Christmas gaw just to do part of the live show. But the shipping was just crazy. I think it was $20 for shipping. And I was like, I'm not paying $45 for one of those bags. If it was a $25 bag with $5 worth of gold in it, okay. But I'm not paying $45 for a bag with $5 worth of gold. Yeah. Well, like I said, I still give everybody the exact same review, JP. But sometimes when it's to support their channel, I try to say a couple kind words about them as well. But like I said, it's a fine line. If, like Clash, he's no longer selling Paydirt to support his channel. He probably makes more money off of his Paydirt than he does his channel. So it's a fine line, Whereas, someone like JP, if he sells a couple bags, then it's to support his channel. If I sold a bag of Paydirt, it'd be to support my channel. If I opened a website and started selling 50 bags a day, it's no longer supporting my channel. It is my main income. So just dropped out Gem Pirates Booty Paydirt for the holidays. I know I still need to work on my Christmas gaw. I'm so far behind on my Christmas gaw. I still need to find, I think I've only got 6 bags of Paydirt for the live show. So I need to find 6 more people to donate Paydirt for the live show. So, Vendetta, you might be getting an email. Black Mass, you might be getting an email. Alex R donated. Dizzy's donated to the Christmas gaw. Hey, Torchy 2010. Yeah, shipping, I just don't understand shipping for a lot of sellers. Now, I understand he is pretty far and he does some, but like the other day I had a seller and I was going to have my secret shopper buy a bag and the shipping was $8. You know, I always price things out as if they shipped it to me, and the shipping was $8.35. But when I calculated to go to my secret shopper, it was $20. And I mean, they live in California, this secret shopper. I was like, it's not a big difference from, you know, it's still in the United States. Priority mail is still $8.35. So I didn't understand why he did that. So I had to rush and get another secret person to order me a bag. All right, Thomas 907. Yes, hint, hint. Me too, Okie. Me too. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do the live show thing. So, well, email me or send me a message on Patreon, Thomas. I'd love that. And PA Pickers, just email me. Here, I'll put my email on there if anyone's interested. So there you go. Just email me there, and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll work something out. Hopefully. So, because like I said, I still think I need 6 bags. We're doing the 12 bags of mystery is kind of the theme for this year's Christmas gaw. So I only want to have 12 bags for the live show. So I'm not going to take more than that. Or I'm going to keep some of them and just give away 12. So that's it, Amethyst. Like I said, a lot of it, part of my reviews are for the buyers and part of my reviews are for the sellers. Most buyers don't really care about the customer service. Most don't care about especially the customer service unless they have an issue. Then they really care about it. But like the description, that's mostly for the seller because it will increase their business. The more money they make, the better product they can make, Well, that's a good thing, Gunner. That's a good thing. I know I still have your stuff. As soon as I walk out of here, I need to move your stuff so I remember to do your Paydirt, Gunner, for Christmas. I put it right outside of my studio so I wouldn't forget, Gunner, but I know the other day I threw a whole bunch of pans and stuff over there, so I think it's buried again. So I need to take it out and put it in here because I really want to do something. I was thinking about doing shorts for all of your Paydirt, Gunner, but I have to look up and see how you do shorts on YouTube. I thought I saw you could only do it from your phone, which would suck. Hey, John R. Prospecting. I'm trying to limit the seller, anyone that donates to a 1/4 gram or less. I mean, if you want to go over, you can, obviously. But I'm trying to keep it around a 1/4 gram just because, there's a lot of channels out there and a lot of people are asking for donations and helping out other channels. And I know a lot of people in this community help out a lot of other channels when somebody gets sick and stuff like that. So, but I'm not, if it's any amount of gold. So, raffles are always good. Hey, Innocence Convicted. I forgot to tell you hi. I saw you earlier in the beginning of the chat and I missed you totally. Sean Sparks, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, I just have to look up how to do the shorts. I need to keep writing myself notes tonight because otherwise my old mind will forget this stuff. But I looked up shorts when I saw your Paydirt. I guess I pulled it out a month ago, and I was like, oh, these would be perfect for shorts. But then I looked up shorts, and they said something from your phone. I was like, oh, then that's something new I have to learn. Because then I have to shoot the video on my phone, edit it, transfer it to my computer, edit it, then put it back on my phone so that I can upload it to YouTube. All right, just email me, John. Anyone can email me. I posted it on there. Dylan at Miller Prospecting. It's the easiest one. DYLAN at millerprospecting.com. So, all right, before I forget, make sure everyone, you go up to the pinned comment on the top if you haven't already. And it says to enter tonight's GAW, go here and leave one comment. And there is a link to a hidden video. Go to that hidden video and leave a comment. And then in a few minutes, in about 5 minutes, we're going to go pull a name, and someone will win a bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt, which I put up here. That's right there. It's a 3-ounce bag of Paydirt, dug up by me, myself, in Indiana. It's 3 ounces, and it's got a guaranteed 1/4 gram of gold in it. And one of the 12 bags I made up has a 1/4 gram picker added into it as well. And that sounds good, John R. There are some people ineligible for tonight's GAW, so if I pull your name, you cannot win, because I'm only allowing one win for this entire 12 bag run, and then we'll start with a new 12 bags and someone else can win and stuff like that. So right now, Jeremy DeSoyniers, Charles King, Mark Miller, Win P, Chris V, Anthony Waite, and Steven Schwant are all ineligible for tonight's GAW, because you've already won one of these special bags, and I want to try and at least have 12 new unique winners from each set of bags I do. So far, we don't usually get too many winners all close to each other. And no, I've never tried the Home Depot sand for gold. I mean, I know there's gold in there. There's enough videos out there of people doing the Home Depot sand. I mean, there's at least a dozen or more. And it's got to be California sand. It can't be sand from anywhere else. It's only the California sand. And you get maybe 2 or 3 cents out of each bag. So I did do a video where I went through, because I figured everyone was doing the sand. I did a whole bunch of California that has, it was rocks. I was buying like landscaping rocks, and they were the river rocks, really small, like pebbles. I forget what they're called. Pea rocks, pea stone. And I guess we had bought like 20 bags of it or something to do in our yard when I was married. And I figured, well, I got to rinse them off anyway. Well, I was going to rinse them off, get all the dirt, and search it for gold. And I didn't find any. I did find a nice piece of fool's gold, and that was about it. I'm older than you. How about that? You know, once you get a certain age, you don't... No, I'm 53. So, just turned 53 in September, which was not a good month. That was a bad month for Paydirt. I had such high hopes for September when I planned it out, and it just went fizzle real quick with that Randall Glenn. Yeah, seahorses. I used to have those when I was a kid. Yeah, scratch-offs are notoriously bad. I've done a couple lottery bags battles. The Paydirt won both times, I think. Or maybe the first one. I think the first one, the lottery tickets might have won. I don't remember, though. Well, if you're still sitting on one, I don't know how y'all can sit on Paydirt for so long. Even though I got to say, I do have some mail calls that I've probably been sitting on for over a year. Well, I know I've been sitting on yours for almost a year, Gunner, but that was intentional. I knew I had to save that one. But I think I have one from Tom's that's probably over a year old. But it has no gold in it. And it's just been trying to get my son to shoot a video with it. It's been a tough. As old as Moses. Yeah, I feel like I'm that old sometimes, so. 41, yeah. Yeah, I can't even remember 41. I think when I was 41, I was living in California at the time, so that was a epic time. That's when I was still drinking, I think. Yeah, it's a very busy chat tonight. And digging anywhere will make anybody feel old, HD. Oh, 31. Ugh. All right, let me go check everything, and we're going to do the GAW pull a name. And while I'm saying that, this giveaway is 100% on me. YouTube or its affiliates have nothing to do with this. This is just me being generous, giving away some gold to all my, or Paydirt with some gold in it, to one of my subscribers and live show attendees. All right, now where is this at? Let me check comments, held for review, none. There we go. Awesome. All right, got the comment picker all set up. We'll give it 4 minutes. 8:30, we'll pull a name. 64. Oh yeah, I was sore when I went up to meet with Brian from Indiana Creek Prospecting. I was sore for a good week after. Yeah. Yeah, Big Greedy. It's all the hauling stuff. That's what's the pain. You know, like, you know, the property we were on that I got this Paydirt from, I didn't meet up with Brian, but it was a nice haul down a hill and a ways, and hauling everything there, then hauling everything back after spending the day. And even Brian's place, it wasn't the most accessible. I mean, I know he's got another spot that he goes to that was a lot more accessible, and he invited me there, but I just couldn't get up there. Yeah, I reviewed the 10-pound unsearched bag from Kenai. You know, it wasn't a horrible bag. It wasn't a horrible bag. I really like Kenai Paydirt. The only thing I really dislike about Kenai is I don't like their shipping. I really dislike their weird shipping formula. I don't know why they added that on there, but it's bizarre. Unless you're spending over, what is it, $125, the shipping kills all of his ROIs. Thank you, Innocence Convicted. And you're just saying that because you're still eligible. You're not one of the 7 people that can't win tonight. Well, Brian had a great way. He had a couple sleds, you know, skiing sleds that he just tied ropes to and put all his stuff in it and dragged it. So, well, Jeremy, that's an omen that you should be looking for that plane if it wasn't found. Thank you very much, Sean Preston. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Doesn't increase your odds any in tonight's giveaway, but I really appreciate it, and it will go towards another bag of Paydirt or towards these gauze. So I really appreciate that. Well, that's awesome, Gary. You can make a living doing stuff like that. Jonathan. So, all right, let me get rid of the panning cam. Bye-bye, nice smile of gold. And let's move the window so we can shrink down the ugly mug and pull a name. Denver, Colorado is one of the places I've wanted to go, but it's Indiana is not like the best place. You know, I used to complain when I lived in Louisiana; it would have been a pain to drive anywhere. But at least I would have been close to like Arizona and place like that. But when I think about driving for what is it, 14 hours to get to Colorado, because I have to take my kids, and then you start thinking about plane tickets and stuff. But so, all right, good luck, everybody. Let's go pull a name. I have to shrink down my ugly mug and the cheering ensues. So, there we go. Random comment picker. And again, before I pull a name, there are some ineligible people. If I pull your name, we will just ignore your name and skip and pick another comment. But that's Jeremy DeSawyers, Charles King, Mark Miller, Win P, Chris V, Anthony Waite, and Steven Schwann. You're all ineligible because you've already won one of these 12 bags, and we're only going to do one winner per batch of 12 bags. So here we go. Anything goes. All right. Good luck, everyone. Mark Mitchell, Old Man Prospecting. Good luck, everyone. Well, you've got all the luck, so you don't get to have any luck. But unfortunately, to claim this prize, you must post something in the live show chat. So, but congratulations, Mark Mitchell. Now we just need you to post in chat, live chat. So that means ugly mug time while we wait for Mark Mitchell. Unless he's already posted. In fact, I haven't seen him post all night. Otherwise, I'd have said hi to him. And I don't remember saying hi to him. Hopefully he's here. Don't want to miss out. Because this bag feels like it was the lucky bag, maybe with the picker in it. And before anyone asks, if he doesn't show up before the end of the show, that bag just goes back in the pile, and we save it for next week. So, hey Raymond, how's it going? Thanks for joining the live show, even if it's the end. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Well, there you go. He said something. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, HD Shovelhead, because I totally missed that. So, Mark, I need you to email me at Dylan at Miller Prospecting so I can send this Paydirt off to you. There you go. Dylan at Miller Prospecting. Make sure you email me so I can send this bag of Paydirt out to you as soon as I hear back from you. Hey, CJ Hayes. Yeah, we're going to permanently move to Tuesdays until I get a new court order that changes something. But hopefully, at least I'll make it another 60 shows. At least 60 more shows before I have to move. So, and I am Jackson. How's it going? So, yeah, I don't have my kids on Tuesdays. It's the one night a week I'm guaranteed I don't have kids. So, if for some reason I do get the kids, it's, they'll have to suffer because it's something extraordinary. But with my new court-ordered visitation, Thursdays I have the kids every week, so just made it nicer. I could spend Thursdays with my kids and Tuesdays with y'all. So, well, glad you caught the stream as well, Sean. Thank you very much for joining us. Every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central, I will be here. So, all right, Chris, thank you. Define have to move. If my court order changes. Like I said, it was just because on Thursdays, My old court order, I didn't pick up my kids on Thursdays till 9 o'clock, so it gave me time to do my show, hang out with y'all, and stuff like that. But my new court order said I had to pick up my kids every Thursday at 7, which would have meant I would either have to start my show at like 5 o'clock, or like I was doing for the last couple of weeks, having my kids just hang out upstairs while I did my show. And since I picked them up at 7, I came down here, set up. By the time I hung out with my kids, it was 10 o'clock and they were going to bed. So I just figured it was easier to move to a Tuesday. It's a day I don't have kids, and I can spend all day hanging out, setting things up. Hey, Jeremy. No, you were just ineligible because you've already won. You've already won one of these bags of Paydirt, and we're only going to have one winner per 12 bag set. So as soon as I've given away these 12 bags, you'll be eligible again for the next batch of Paydirt. And the next batch will have probably have put a little bit different things in the bags. So some of them one of them will have a picker, but then some of the other ones might have some other odds and ends in them too. So you're not ineligible because I don't like you, because I like you. You're just ineligible because you've already won once. Hope that makes sense. And to everyone that's leaving, thank you all for joining the live show. I really appreciate it. Monday, I will have a review up for Dizzy's prospecting. He's an eBay seller. And then next Tuesday, we'll also be going through one of his bags as well. So that should be fun. I don't actually know where he lives in California, but I haven't had anyone order anything from you. No black mass. I haven't ordered any black mass. I was looking at you the other day, but then for a battle, but it didn't work out. So I think it might be a while before I get a battle with you again. Yeah, I am less rushed too, because I don't have to worry. Like before, I had to be out of here because, you know, when you have an ex-wife that's arguing with you about every little thing, you don't want to show up late. You know, she's trying to get time away from me. So if I show up late, it gives her an excuse in court. So now I don't have to worry about it. If the panning goes long, I don't have to worry about it. So. And yes, hopefully everyone has a great week. It's going to be almost 7 days. It's going to be 7 days till I see you, 6 days till I post a new video up. So I'm going to have to probably start getting in the habit of every once in a while dropping some like Saturday videos or Friday videos, like little bonus ones every once in a while. So, but I will be posting some stuff on the community tab. So always make sure and look for that. I'll definitely be posting some stuff about the upcoming Christmas giveaway. And I'll also be posting it on Patreon. And like I said, you don't have to be a Patreon member to view this stuff. Most of the stuff that I do on the community tab, I make public to Patreon. So if you just look me up on patreon.com/Miller Prospecting, you can just read the articles and see what I say. All right, Jessica, have fun. Enjoy your meal. I'm about to get up and go sit down and eat something as well. It won't be tacos, unfortunately. Thank you, Okie Prospector. Thank you. More prospecting videos. I still haven't ever edited the one prospecting video I had. I started, it's I think like 12 hours of footage or something like that. And it's such a daunting task. I just have kind of given up on it. Maybe I'll have to drop that one soon for Christmas. So, but I think I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to follow like Jessica did and go find something to eat and sit down and have a nice dinner. But I hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you very much for joining the live show and watching all my videos, being subscribers, Patreon members, and things like that. And next Monday, like I said, I will have a new review up for eBay seller Dizzy's Prospecting. And then we will have next Tuesday, we'll be going through a bag of his. Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. Double check and make sure I had 2 bags up there of his. So I'll be out of here. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and see you next week.